welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is not a video about me being weird. This is a video about me being an introvert. I need something to go on my butt. Today I am making this YouTube video because, fun fact, I bet you guys didn't know or didn't assume. Unless you follow my social media account, then you probably already know. But I am an introvert. I'm not speaking for all introverts, but I feel like if you're an introvert, you might relate to this. I am a homebody. I love being at home. I love going to the barn. I really don't favor human interaction. It's actually kind of exhausting for me. Like face to face, I'm super friendly. A lot of people are shocked because I think they expect when they meet me this crazy like cracked out like whoa chick, and like it's totally not me. I can hold a really good conversation. I do like having conversations, but I'm really weird. I don't like big crowds of people. I get massive anxiety. I think a lot of that stems from when I was in a very highly publicized relationship with my ex, who happened to be a super huge celebrity, and we had paparazzi following us all the time. Everywhere we went, people always kind of intruded. Eventually, it kind of wore on me to the point where I had this weird thing about like going into a new store by myself. Like say I was at the mall and there's a new store and I'm like, wow, I would love to go there. But if I'm by myself, oh hell no, I'm not going into that store. No way, my anxiety off the chain. If somebody I am friends with comes with me, I can go into that store by myself later on at a later date. The anxiety that I have had experienced from, you know, like I said, my past relationship really affected me in a way where it changed the person I am today. So going back in time, I was actually super outgoing. I love to hang out with people. I love to go to get-togethers. I loved having fun with people and friends and doing all sorts of things like that. And then my life changed when I got engaged to this celebrity. It was kind of surreal. Not only did my privacy get taken away from me, but I became like this massive anxiety-ridden individual and super nervous and uncomfortable. So I think that that's what turned me into an introvert. That, or it could just be because I'm 31 years old now and that's just like what you do when you're 30. Or maybe not, because I have friends who are in their 30s and they're still partying. It's definitely not because I'm married, because this is not my first rodeo. This is not why I'm calmed down. But it does help that my partner is also a homebody too. So that's cool because it's just like us, we're like a team. That's just how we do. When I hang out with friends, I only like to hang out like one-on-one. I'm one of those weirdos who's like, oh, I only like to hang out like one-on-one. Because I don't really like confrontation. I don't want to like upset anybody or offend anybody or hurt anybody's feelings. I just kind of like go with the flow a lot of the time. But I have a lot of friends who are super social and they have a lot of friends. They'll be like, hey, let's meet up. And I'm like, okay, which is rare to begin with. If I say okay to going somewhere, like it's a big deal for me. For me to leave my little bubble, my comfort bubble of my horses and my dogs and my animals and my home, that's a big deal. I like go and hang out with my friend and then all of a sudden they'll be like, oh, so-and-so's coming, is that cool? And I'm like, not that I have a problem with the other person, but just because I'm such a weirdo. Like I am such a weirdo, it's not even funny. So back to being an introvert. Being an introvert is a very interesting thing. I haven't met very many other introverts, probably because I'm an introvert, so where would I meet an introvert? Here's my thing, and maybe you have the answer. Ever since I became an introvert, I developed massive anxiety. But the thing is, I really like being alone, but at the same time not alone. I like spending time with myself but I also like having a partner in crime. But my partner in crime also has to be an introvert. It's a weird balance. Another thing about my introvertism, I like routine. Before, we'll call it BC. If you know who I'm talking about, you'll know what I'm talking about. So BC, I didn't really need routine. I was an extrovert. I loved being social and going to social gatherings and having lots of friends and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then AC, you know what I'm talking about? You know what AC is. Into this like mega introvert. And I really narrowed my group of friends down to like, I joke a lot and I say I don't have friends because some days it really does feel like that, but ideally, I really like to believe that I am totally okay with not having a big circle of friends. I feel most comfortable one-on-one. I feel most comfortable with routine. If you are my friend, you have to be okay with my weirdness because look, I'm weird. But I'm also kind of gross. I like to fart, I pick my nose, a lot of weird things. Yeah, so being an introvert can also be quite exhausting when you do hang out with people, at least in my experience. I literally get exhausted. I'm very friendly. I will talk, I won't be rude, I will make you feel like I'm an extrovert. But deep down inside, I have like the worst social anxiety, clenching my jaw because I'm like, oh, this is exhausting. This is killing me. Big groups of people, I don't really do well. Don't really like to do big groups of people. I like small. When I say small, I mean like one person. Like with coronavirus, I even wrote some of my friends and I was like, hey dude, sorry that I'm like an introvert and every time you invite me somewhere, I say that I'm gonna go and then last minute I make up a terrible excuse and I decline and or I just no-show. I promise I'll change. I know that's a complete lie. I'm not meaning to lie, but honestly, I know who I am and I know at 31 years old, I don't want to be an extrovert again. Sounds really cool. Sounds like a lot of fun. And I think that's why I really like going and feature dancing. People said, you know, you should give up, you gave up porn, you should give up feature dancing. But honestly, feature dancing is like my social time. If I wasn't going to clubs and doing club appearances, man, I think I would be kind of sad because that's literally my social time. Because other than that, it's just me, my husband, my dogs, my ferret, and my horses. And I'm totally okay with that. And occasionally my grandma visits me. So this is just my story about being an introvert, guys. And I'm gonna go because I am sweating like a hog in heaven right now. I don't even know if that's a saying, but oh, if you're an introvert, comment below. Tell me about it. I wanna know. I want to talk to fellow introverts. Well, thanks for taking the time to watch this completely pointless video of me talking about being an introvert. I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, way too much information, TMI, now you know. I'll see you guys later. It was fun hanging out with you. Thanks for watching my YouTube video. Make sure you subscribe and come back for more.